Fiddle again, and hello, it's Fo, and welcome back to Turbine City. Last time we'd pretty much decided on unlocking this tile, rather than carrying on the canal, just because it's hopefully going to be easier to connect up all the roads, and extend all our grids, and fit as many people in as possible. Getting towards the end now. This is the 23rd tile. So we want to do the bulk of the housing in here and work our way out towards the edges. I think the limit on the number of people you can get in, I think realistically we're going to get up to 900 and something. So we'll fit as many of them as we can in here. We've still got a couple of assets to pop in, like the mountain resort. So once we've used up all the space and got in as many people as we can, we can use any space we've got left over in the last tile or two. And we can get our mountain resort in there. Our roads don't line up. I'm doing my best to sort of split the difference, but I don't like it. Come back to that. Yeah, we'll try and get as many people into this tile as possible. Then we'll decide when we unlock our next tile if we want to extend the canal out and make a square like we did with the first canal system over the other side of the river. There's also a couple of assets that I want to try that I've seen other people get off the workshop. There's a golf course that I'd like to pop in. That looks like it would be fun to set up. So, I'll come back to that. I'm going to delete our horrible roads. I think it's fine to have a roundabout with just 2 roads coming off of it, rather than the third one coming straight down. Just get everything connected up. Get a few more medium roads in. Get our small roads in and prepare for zoning. Yeah, our growth rate slowed right down, so I thought I'd pause so we don't start losing citizens while we set up this next tile for them. I'll just get this filled out with the small roads, get ready for zoning. Go ahead and get some houses planned. As always, we'll focus on the noise pollution. Make sure the noisiest things we've got on the edge of the tile are going to be covered by offices and commercial. So all our housing is nice and noise free. Having the roads with trees does help. It does block a little bit of the noise. Yeah, next to our highway, next to our railroad, on the edge of the tile where we've got unique buildings and things. Try and create a barrier for the noise pollution around them. But we can focus mainly on housing. I think we're just about correct with the balance we've got between housing and workplaces. I think we were creating too many workplaces before. Hopefully that's balanced out now. As I've said before, if we've got a few unemployed people, we are focusing on the population rather than the the jobs and making money off taxes and things. I've deliberately tried to keep the money about even. So we've got enough to build the roads and expand and everything. But there's no need to be sitting on millions and millions. Yeah, we could make small roads forever, but we're just creating junctions at this point. Don't need all that. I'll just get this last bit filled in. And as I say, we can go ahead and get in some zoning. Get in plenty of services for them. It's another thing we can have around the noisy stuff. Some of the services are noisy in themselves, like the post office. So we'll try and get the post office and a sorting centre set up against the noisy stuff. And sort of filter down the noise from there. So we want to make sure we've got good coverage for the services. But we also want nice, idyllic neighbourhoods. It's nice and quiet. We want the bridge to extend a little bit further so we could get a road underneath, like we did with our canal side bridges. It's quite a nice look, running one road underneath another. So we've got this all set up, ready for zoning. We'll get in a few of the services before we start. We've still got this space across the other side of the highway. So we'll get in a few incinerators over there. Make sure they're entirely sorted. And obviously any services we pop in over here should also be within range of those guys across the highway. So we'll get our sorting centre over here. Distributes all the mail to all the smaller post offices. We haven't put in any taxi ranks down in the bottom couple of tiles down next to the seaside. So we'll place a couple where we've got significant changeover points for mass transit. Getting a couple down the harbour side. Make sure people can get roundabout elsewhere in the city. Maybe get another one over next to our bus hub. Still need to set up the lines for that. Something we can come back to. Get one down next to the beach as well. Just more options for them. I do like all the mass transit stuff. It's one of my favourite parts of the game. I wanted to put in the inner city bus hub, but it appears that I don't have it. I think that must be a Sunset Harbour DLC item. Thought I might have it, but I don't have access to it. Hopefully when Sunset Harbour goes on sale at some point I'll pick that up. Doesn't look like it's going to be within this city's lifetime. I might go back to the very start and build a map that's more Sunset Harbour friendly when that comes around. Need to focus more on the rivers, maybe make a couple of rivers. And the train height, I would make it more bumpy. There'd be a few things that I would change I've learned in city building. Now that I've got access to all 81 tiles through that mod, I wouldn't be thinking in terms of the 25 tiles anymore. Once I've taken this one as far as it goes, much space is really required for the maximum amount of people. But I have a strong suspicion we're going to get there within the 25 tiles. So really, there's not much need for the going into 81 tiles, I don't think. Not unless you wanted to spread stuff out. Yeah, we'll see what this formation gets us. There obviously are hard limits in the game. I'm going to take it as far as we can go. The population as high as it gets. If we turn off the seagulls with the no seagulls mod, that'll help us. I know they count as like citizen units. There's a fair number of things that count as citizen units that stop you getting to 1 million with your population. I think there are mods that help you check the limits and how close you are to them. But I think we'll just keep going until we find the limits ourselves. So I'm going to go ahead and get some zoning in. And then we can get off a pause. Like I say, we're doing all this on pause so we don't lose population. People will become unhappy that there's no housing available for them to move into. Some of them pack their bags and leave and go to another city. So we'll make sure we've got some housing in before we hit play again. Get the simulation going. I think we want a car park next to this cinema. Rather than just having houses right next to a cinema. Doesn't seem realistic. I'd like to think the people who move in here will get free access to go in and see the movies whenever they want. You'd like to think so, with them living so close. They should at least get a discount. We're far enough away from everything here. Just get residential in. Fill in the gaps with our low density stuff. I don't know how much zoning we'll need. Maybe do a chunk and then let it go. I haven't looked at cinematics for a while. So we'll get it running, then look at a few cinematics while they're all coming in. Set them up enough zoning to get another maybe 20,000 in. We'll try and get up to 875. Yeah, we're fairly getting there. We're marching towards the end. We'll obviously need to come back and get all the traffic lights off in this tile. That'll be a task. I'm sure that there's some that I've missed. And all my other... I'm sure I've got them all. Turning off the lights, side missions. Our traffic flow is still pretty good, so... I don't think they're really causing that much of an issue. If we've got a couple of lights here and there. I would like to get rid of them all. To see how good we can get the traffic flow. Classic, I've forgotten to put in water pipes. So we'll get this area covered for water. We're still in the green for our water and sewerage. Hopefully when everybody comes in, this tile's all filled up, we'll still be in the green. Get the power connected across to these guys. Let them all come in. These guys are coming in. I'm going to drop down a save at 860. I'm going to draw out a district for them. I would like to fit in some more green cities housing. So I'm going to paint out a district. Try not to disturb any of the housing that's already there. I'm not worried about the zoning right down next to the train line. So I'll try and draw the bottom of the district nice and neat along here, following this small road. And we can switch to the bigger tool. Get this bit filled in. It's an awkward little section. And for the bigger bit, you can use the bigger tool. Cover more area. Take less time to sort of colour this in. And I'm going to be careful not to disturb any of the buildings that are already there. Otherwise they'll delete themselves and come back in as the other type. Don't really want to cause anybody a disturbance. Got this district in for them, nice and big, just so we can get this big chunk of green cities housing in. We'll go with the local and organic produce as well. We'll get the good stuff in there for the rest of this tile. Add a couple more services in. Make sure everybody's good. Try and cover the noise that's been generated by our post facilities. Of course, if we're going to have mainly housing in this tile, they're going to need good services coverage. So we'll get them the full complement of services that they could want. All the death care and healthcare stuff. We're still on 0-6 citizens. I'd like to keep it that way. Have the sort of perfect city. A lovely utopia where everyone's happy and healthy. And some 2020 escapism. If there's only one totally healthy city in the world, it's going to be this one. There's a few places we can get parks in, where we've created sort of perfect little gaps. I'm close enough to the edges so we can carry the power across. Get a bit of zoning in here, make sure the power goes. With it being close to our unique buildings as well, they're giving off noise pollution. I want this area covered. Well, I've got some offices around, but we'll create a further barrier away from all the noisy stuff before we get in about with our housing. Have offices, continue them up on this side. I think we're going to have enough houses coming in that these people will be fine for workers. Yeah, we'll filter down the noise. Get some low density commercial in as well. Get a few more services in around here. We don't need all the high density commercial necessarily. So we'll try and get a few things along this main road. As I say, we won't need all that zoning. Yeah, the elder care and childcare seem to have served us well in terms of keeping our population up. Hard to tell with all the mods on and everything. I'd like to say it made a significant difference. It's been a bit of a journey, but we've certainly got there. We're getting up to the point that it's the highest I've been before. Pretty sure high 800s is as high as I've ever taken it, so get a bunch of zoning in here. Get some houses coming in. Get up to the 900,000. That'll definitely be a personal best. So yeah, we'll try and filter down the noise coming from the commercial and stuff. And we can get some housing in. Car park in here, I think. Tidy up our zone in a little bit. Get a couple of office blocks in on these main roads. Keep all our zoning safe, noise free. And then we should be ready to get some housing in. We'll fill up this area, then let them go. High density stuff along the larger roads, the low density stuff in the gaps. Yeah, we're getting there. Certainly have enough room to fit everyone in. It's just a question of how many people the game will let us fit in. Tidy all this up. Created a load of extra zoning along here. Get this whole little block filled out. Certainly enough zoning to get them up to 900,000. Get all this filled in. Should be enough to keep them all going. The zoning looks tidy. So let this run. Let everybody come in. Should be covered for everything. Yeah, the city is looking massive. These cinematic shots really capture the scale of it. We've managed to use a variety of things. The place is looking nice and detailed and different. It's full of visitors, tourists and normal citizens all moving around, all using all our public transport systems. I'll have to turn off the seagulls at some point, because they'll be getting in the way of getting maximum population. The way the camera comes up over this building is great. Yeah, we'll come back next time, check out a few more cinematics, and pick up where we left off. Until then, take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one.